Hey guys! What? Whoa. Okay. Anyways, hi guys, this is Suki and Sun again. We should be sleeping and we're gonna play Lamento today.
Touch catboy butts!
Oh, ready?
Yes.
Let's go. What's it click here?
Oh, there you go, yeah. Even the world killed you, I would not forget you. Nice friend. I have 2 hands and feet, 5 digits on each. I can stand and walk on my 2 feet. The god sang this song. I said that really fast, oh gosh. Too fast for the song. His wife was Rebecca, with wings, a tail, and ears. She laid a rainbow egg. But the dazzling rainbow egg reflected too much sunlight. It made Rebecca avert her eyes, and the egg fell. It hit a cloud and shattered.
Not how clouds work.
Magical cloud.
Clouds don't.
From inside the egg came a seed that was awoken by Rebecca's song. It bloomed and spread over the ground. Rebecca sang the song of beginning. This is the story of the beginning. And now you click.
Is this, do I click?
Yeah.
Am I go?
Yeah.
I'm back.
It was the song of the beginning being sung. The singing cat conjured a melody along with his words. His voice came like a brook of water and sometimes swelled like an intense flame. Cats who passed by were stopped in their tracks and chanted. They forgot their daily clamor and savored the intoxication for just one. The strings of the lute were plucked by his nails, crystal clear. Sounds it made poured forth and meshed with the song he sang, overflowing and sparkling around the poet. Cat sat down on the road and listened to the poet. Brilliantly, earth seemed to fade, and they received the light that gently descended onto them. Remnants of the light drifted, glittering in the air.
I'm sorry, this was really epic. But do you see the, like, it's
The
actually
little,
a leaf.
The little leaf?
It's actually a leaf falling into, like, a little puddle of water.
Yeah.
That is fantastic. I thought it was just, like, a random bling thingy.
Nope.
That's awesome. I didn't notice that until, like, right now.
Ooh, okay. Voice, sound, light. Unfortunate meetings such as these really happen? Can such fluttering hearts truly meet by chance? Blissful smile graced the cat's lips. Let us savor it. Now is the time to share our joy. As the green scenery faded into the sunlight, the poet sang on. It has a fragile beauty before it is released to its end. There was not a comma right there. The song of beginning is about the sadness, courage, and ferocity of the world. Gotta love that ripple effect. Oh, it's already opening.
Oh, okay.
That was fast. I thought it was later on.
Oh, right now. Right now.
Right now.
Oh no.
Right into it. Beyond the void.
Now, is this kind of you have to play it and then, like, throughout you playing the game, it gives you the route that you're going, or is it kind of like amnesia? Like, no, I want to touch this cat button.
Yeah, it's like throughout.
Okay.
Yeah. You can't choose. Well, I don't think you can choose right away because you have to meet them. I don't know. I don't know.
Find out.
I got a parched throat.
Right? Okay. Oh. dude. Man, I love the ocean. Gosh, wait, is there magic in here too? Oh! Wait, is there magic? Oh, so is there gonna be like a fire, ice, earth thingy going on here?
I don't know.
Well, it had the hands and... Okay, sorry. It was doing stuff. I don't...
It's just doing stuff.
Okay.
We'll figure it out eventually.
Yeah. Whatever happens, happens.
So unprepared.
Do I click? Is this me clicking?
I think so.
I've clicked.
Okay. Oh, there you go. Ugh. Okay. Oh gosh! Oh, we're on the brink of death!
Gotta go
Oh my
fast.
gosh! This world is beautiful.
There's a leaf, so I'm assuming I clicked. Yep.
Because everything is a lie. Because everything will die soon. The forest in which the leaves grow thickly, vividly. The warm light that shines down. The colorful flowers that bloom everywhere. Beneath a clear blue sky. All of this is a lie.
Just the start of the game, dude. We just started.
It's called Lamento! I'll be lamenting a lot. The world is now attacked by the void. The end is near. So it is beautiful, where things shine their brightest before death.
I know that or not.
I don't know.
Well,
Random cat A.
me now.
Thunder rents the sky open.
Oh, it's a leaf falling from a tree now.
Oh, that's really cute!
Oh.
An ear-splitting scream echoed through the village.
Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna be ear splitting guy.
From the sky, dark as night, rain poured down to the ground. The cats could only tremble and tried to endure. Their ears drew back, tails drooped lovely, and their furs stood on end. Lamplight flickered in the rooms, casting creeping shadows on the walls and floors. Floor. Not plural floors, just floor. On the village road, a cat soaking wet ran without cease.
Yeah, because let me tell you what, cats do not like water. As an owner of 3 cats, cats don't do water.
His quick feet splashed quietly in the water. He said nothing about where he was going. He just ran onward. The bag slumped over his shoulder, absorbed the water, and became discolored. It began to droop heavily, even though there wasn't much inside. His wet tail was also heavy. It was rare and unusual to be aware that even existed, but now he thought about how troublesome it was becoming.
You see cats that forget they have a tail and then look and find out they have a tail? It's great. Perfect.
I have a tail! The rain kept pounding. It chilled him to the marrow. He wanted to return home soon, to dive into his warm bed and go to sleep.
Exactly
So
like a
we
cat.
all... Lightning struck. When the sky shone bright white, the cat running to the village was silhouetted in black. The night moon was shrouded in darkness and could not be seen. The running cat finally reached the house, opened the door, and hurried inside. When he closed the door behind him, the sound of rain and thunder seemed to become empty. The water dripping from his body wet the cat canoed it. I was calling canoodles right off the bat. The cat Kanoe shook his head, scattering droplets of water on the walls and furniture.
Yeah! First thing I get to do is curse! Like this guy. Shit.
The room was dark. Noe tossed his bag aside, not concerned that it had gotten everything wet. He drew a leaf out of his drawstring bag and stood by the door. Noe put the leaf into a small dish on the shelf, wherein a small puddle of water was contained. Knowingly, a hazy light spread through the room. It wasn't much, being so dim, but at least it was no longer dark. He wanted to use fire as little as he could. Kanoe didn't like using fire often. Instead, he used the guiding leaf. The leaf stored up light from the day moon. When soaked in water, weakly emitted light again.
Wait, but he found the leaf in his bag. So the leaf didn't really get the light.
Well, he probably just got it from like the forest a while ago.
But it was standing by his door, though.
Maybe it was a see-through bag.
But it was okay.
On pitch dark rainy days like these, the guiding leaves would shine. They guided the cats that lost their way, and hence got their name.
When he's going home.
Because it was raining.
Wait. Okay. Keep going.
Well, maybe he didn't need the light. He just wanted to get home. He was just like, oh, no, man, I need to get home.
Okay.
His home was illuminated with the faint light. If 3 cats his size entered his home, it would be filled to capacity. A small shelf, a pot, and a barrel, each for food and water. There were only bare necessities and simple home.
Shield? He's got a shield in the back. Like, what is the shield? Is there gonna be some like gladiator fighting shit?
Oh gosh! After he began to feel at ease again, Kanoe finally laid down on his bed. The cloth was warm to the touch, and he began to purr instinctively. Start purring.
I can't purr. But we have like a cat purring on your neck, and...
Kanoe removed his shoes and took the sword from his belt.
It's mere, like, gladiator... Like,
oh my gosh!
There's gonna be gladiators!
It could be for hunting.
But there's a shield.
Look! No, there might be some scary monsters! This could be like Monster Hunter. Okay, then took off his coat and tossed it aside.
Hey, Hank. It doesn't feel good.
Oh my gosh! Cats like Kanoe, from a race called Rubika, no longer had much in common with their ancestors.
Okay, never mind. Not gonna ask questions. Go.
Although the Rubika no longer had fur on their bodies like their ancestors did, they retained the need to groom the fur on their ears and tails, the hair and skin of their arms. They carefully licked their damp fur. With his rough tongue acting like a brush, Kanoe groomed for a while. Still purring. Continue.
I guess I have to learn how to purr.
Go learn how to purr. His ears twitched in response to the thunder that occasionally echoed.
Yeah, I've tried to make
The tip of his tail was wet and had begun to become a bit matted. Using his teeth, he untangled the fur and used his hands to carefully clean his ears. While licking his fingers, Kanoe turned his gaze to the window. Rain still poured outside. He'd heard a scream outside earlier. Screaming Cat A. Whose scream was it?
Oh, that wasn't my scream! Oh! I screamed for them.
Screaming Cat A. This time, someone had probably been eaten. One by one, cats were disappearing. Oh my gosh! There's a whole dog race, too. It was not the doing of devils or demons.
So, another D, dogs. Look, okay. My cats don't like my dogs.
Oh gosh.
Well, in my case, my dogs are afraid of my cats, so I guess this doesn't help, but, I mean...
What of the other cats in the village? It had become natural these days. Cannibalism!
Oh shit, it's me! Worrying about it won't help anything.
He muttered, trying to fend off those dark thoughts. It was not a thing anyone could do. It was the erosion caused by the void. No one could see
Happy!
it. Everyone is lamenting! Kanoe noticed the bag he'd thrown on the floor.
Which you better pick up, because it's gonna mildew!
And began to open it with his long claws. Meow, 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 meow. The bag was wet and now began to shrink, so its contents were difficult to remove. He checked inside. It contained nuts, grass roots, medical herbs he obtained when he went outside to hunt. Just those kinds of things. You know, normal stuff. Yeah. Nuts and berries were favorite foods among cats.
Not actual cats. These cats.
Yeah,
cats.
These cats, yeah. And their bodies could thrive even without eating for several days.
And not actual cats, because my one cat, if he goes 3 hours without getting a treat, he's like, I'm out. Like, you are torturing me. I'm calling the food people. Like, y'all need to be arrested.
Therefore, there weren't many items when a cat felt like the lack of food was troubling. There weren't many times items. There weren't many times. Yeah.
Not my cat.
That didn't mean that they didn't need to eat some meat, though.
My one cat feet.
Now, hunting for meat was difficult, not different, difficult. The forest and the village, Karo, were being attacked by the void. The void. It was such a mysterious phenomenon. Apparently, it had begun around the time Kanoe was born. A young female cat who had entered the forest to gather herbs had first noticed the void. When she returned to the village, her hand was stained a deep red. Tears falling onto her cut fingers, she said,
You want me to do that?
Sure.
I didn't pick the herbs. I didn't touch them. Something like a knife cut my fingers.
At first, no one understood what she meant. There was a plant called blade grass, so called because its long, thin leaves could cut one's fingers if you were not careful. The cats of Karo thought she had tried to pick blade grass by accident. No one took her seriously.
And that's where it goes wrong.
Then the apocalypse happened. Who could have guessed it would become such a nightmare? Eventually, the other cats began to experience the same thing. Soon, every living thing in the forest became dangerous to touch. Nothing physically seemed off about the forest.
Okay.
But the plants, the birds, the bugs and butterflies, none of them could be touched, as if they rejected the cats.
Whoa!
Inverted colors, as if matter itself had been rejected by reality.
That was hard.
Cats were rejected by the earth. All breathing things in the forest seemed no longer to be compatible with them. Touching them caused pain and left cuts. Even the fruit they used to eat began to reject them. But it did not happen all at once. Like a sickness that destroyed the body from within, the void slowly crept from the edges into the center of the country of Sisa, cornering the cats. The void had not reached the center yet, but the area where Kanoe was located was breathing its last breaths. Time to go! Let's go! All he could do was search the forest for places untouched by the void to try and find some food. Mice and birds were no dangerous and constantly moving. Maybe escaping from a forest that had already fallen to the void. Cats who attacked them were paralyzed with pain, some even died. The food stores soon began to run out. What could starving cats eat? Dots. Noe broke his train of thought and regarded what things he gathered and tossed them into the storage pot. He wasn't hungry, but he was thirsty, so Kanoe moved to the barrel of water. Okay. He opened it up, dipped his head down, and lapped up some water. That was great. Once he was done, Kanoe covered the barrel again and began to stretch. His eyelids felt heavy. Being out in the rain this long would probably make him sick. He should rest. Kanoe wiped his lips and returned to bed. He whipped his lips. Kanoe finished grooming and curled up under the blanket. It's nappy time! He breathed in the familiar scent of home, and his eyes closed. His tail curled around his body. For a moment, the scream echoed in his head, but he dismissed the thought. Noe huddled down alone. He wasn't lonely. In fact, he was used to solitude. Don't worry, we'll get you a boyfriend soon. Today was cold. Maybe tomorrow would be bright and warm, and he could dry off. With these thoughts in mind, Kanoe fell asleep. The next day, just like he wanted, the next day was warm. He woke up, stretched out, and began to groom himself.
I'm gonna skip that groom himself part.
Then he took his wet bag and coat and hung them up to dry in the light of the day's moon. He put on his clothes, picked up a nut to eat, and went outside to begin his daily routine of inspecting his territory. Territory watch. Ooh, we get a cool map. Okay, we're right there.
Oh, okay, here.
Cool.
Sweet.
Karo. On the southwest side of Sisa was a village named Karo. The male cats here were raised from birth to be strong fighters. But after the arrival of the void, just surviving took all their strength. The village seemed silent and dead. There were there were homes here and there, but it was rare to see cats outside. They kept it to themselves.
Like actual cats?
Kanoe finished looking over his territory and returned home.
Wait. His territory? Like, no one else is gonna expect this either? The village is his?
Well, it's not his territory isn't the village, it's like a little patch of
yeah, but
land.
like in terms of like, you know what? I'm stop asking questions.
Wait, what?
Okay, read that.
The moon of by then the moon of light had already begun to set.
How much territory does he have?
Maybe like a little playground size. Some acres. Lisa did not have a sun, just a moon of light and a moon of shadow. No one really knew why. It had become this way since the day of the Rebecca race. According to a legend, the sun sank into the sea a long time ago. Lisa, where the Rebecca lived, was surrounded on all sides by a sea that was colored golden, supposedly the color of the fallen sun. Instead of a sun, they now had two moons, the moon of shadow and the moon of light. From the west, the moon of light rose and shone brightest at noon, while the moon of shadow rose from the east to look over the earth after dark. So it had been passed down by generation to generation. When the sun fell into the sea, the world was shrouded with darkness. The wife of our god divided the moon into two, so it would always shine down on our world. Or Duquesne. Duquesne was said to be the god who shaped this world. It was said that he was named, though, because he walked on legs like two sticks. He was sometimes also called Solid Leg. The name of the race, the Rebecca, came from the name of the god's wife, who was said to have the shape of a cat.
So at the beginning, Rebecca had tail, ears, and wings.
Yeah.
But the shape of cat.
Shape of cat.
Okay.
The Rebecca knew what cats looked like from reading the ancient texts left by toucans. Despite the differences in size, their ears and tails were the same. And so the Rebecca called one another cats. But what toucans looked like was something long forgotten. Only the name gave the cats a clue of what he could look like. Kanoe headed towards the village with the light of dusk warm on his back. Maybe it's like acres outside his territory. Today Tokino was supposed to come by. It was a peddler cat from Cisa's largest town, Ranson. About the same age as Kanoe, Tokino helped his father with work. His mother, however, had died shortly after she had given birth to him. Kanoe's parents were also deceased. His father before he was even born, and his mother passed off illness when he was young. He didn't have a close relationship with the other village cats. That was fun. Fine by him. Fine by him. He hated the cats of this village.
Okay!
He hated them. No one helped anyone else. Everyone was only looking out for their own interests.
Come on, guys. The world's about to end. At least be nice to your neighbors.
But he could live alone. So far, he didn't need the help of any other cats.
Yes, so far. So what's gonna happen when you do?
And even when faced with death, Kanoe didn't think he wanted.
Well, thanks for answering my question.
But Tokino was different. Even when they first met, they had gotten along. That was odd to him. Tokino was carefree and easygoing, but Kanoe was just the opposite.
Don't you know the guy with like the weird mustache beard thingy?
No, Tokino
Okay.
was the one with the red hair that like gave the weird voice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Maybe that could work out. He's his best friend, childhood.
Besties.
Not childhood friend, but still, besties.
Yeah.
Besties friends. Tokino always shared stories about Ransen, but Kanoe, who had never left Takaro, enjoyed these stories. And Kanoe, not but Kanoe.
But Kanoe.
Wasn't he supposed to arrive soon? Kanoe quickened his pace.
Hey!
Suddenly, a voice called out from behind him, straightforward and severe.
Oh shit. Severe? Oh, what?
Severe.
Wait. Kanoe.
It was a familiar voice. Kanoe had a bad feeling about it. He had a bad feeling about it. He tried to ignore it at first, but stopped when he heard a low growl. This would be troublesome. When he looked around, he saw the male cat that he suspected. It was Shin, silhouetted in black against the evening moon. The other cat lowered his ears aggressively.
We're settling this today. I keep telling you, this is my territory.
Territory. Kanoe made his disdain for that term quite clear.
But you checked the territory this morning. Okay.
Then Kanoe's territories overlapped a bit. Then Kanoe had fought over territory before. Sure, their territories overlapped, but it was to such a small degree that Kanoe considered it trivial. Quarrels like these were not uncommon. Despite the hunger, the cat's fighting spirit remained alive and well. Or maybe it was exactly that hunger that made them so on edge. Shin narrowed his eyes, which gleamed with delight. The need to divert one's mind was disguised as a territorial dispute. It was rather depressing. Come to think of it, he had always considered it that way. Besides, Tokino was probably waiting for him at the village entrance.
You never learned, do you? You said, you say that bit by bit. The road is your territory. Oh my god. Wait, I'm not. Oh wait, which guy am I? Wait, is
That's the Shin is talking right
Shin is
now.
talking?
Yeah, Shin is talking right now.
But he says I don't care. So is it
Wait,
Kanoe?
oh wait, it's Kanoe is talking right now?
I think it's Kanoe.
Oh, okay, it's Kanoe is talking.
sorry, wrong voice.
Getting confused.
You just never learned. You say that bit by the road is your train. That's fine, but I don't care. If you want that as a part of your territory, then fine, just take it. It doesn't matter to me.
Okay, now it's Shin.
Was that it? You've always got your nose stuck in the air. I'm not gonna let up until I beat it out of you.
Shin growled from the depths of his throat.
I can't hear. I'm assuming this is Kanoe?
I think that's Shin.
You bastard!
Shin threw himself at Kanoe. Kanoe jumped back quickly and drew his sword.
See, that's why he's got a sword!
Shin's blade... Oh, it's Shin's blade. Okay, Shin's blade aimed several stabs at Kanoe's throat, but Kanoe blocked these blows. While parrying Shin's blades with his own, Kanoe gathered power at the left side of his body. Yeah.
Wait, what?
He then lashed out his left hand He lashed his left hand out to claw at Sin's chest.
What do you mean by, like, gaining power in his left side?
Sharp nails tore Sin's clothes, and he staggered.
Well, we're just doing bad with this reading. We're just not meant to read.
This gave Kanoe a chance to aim from one of Sin's arms, the one that held the knife. But right at the last second, Sin pulled away and kicked up his leg. Ooh, no. Both of them separated, opening up some distance between them. The air between the two of them was scorching hot with tension.
Kanoe, you bastard!
Shin? Oh gosh, no, it's Shin. Sin shouted out with intense murderous intent. Shin, what are you doing here? Murderous intent. And the two of them stared at each other, growling. Before he knew it, Kanoe's ears folded back, and the hair on his body stood on end, on end, and his pupils contracted to needle-like slits. In times of extreme agitation, the pupils of Rupika narrowed. It was impossible to lie with eyes like these, no matter how much a cat pretended to be calm. They're not changed yet. Okay. They're not changed yet. Then cried out and charged forward at Kanoe again. Kanoe bared his fangs and brandished his sword. He dropped down low to avoid an attack, feeling a sharp wind at his cheek. Now there's slits, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. At the same time, he twisted and aimed a kick at Sin's lower body. Sin noticed his movement and began to shift, but Kanoe was able to make his heel connect to Shin's side. Did I keep calling him Shin?
Yes.
Oh god!
Every time.
No!
Every time it's Shin.
No!
Every time.
Sin lost his balance, and Kanoe pushed him off the ground, pouncing. He kicked off the trunk of a tree to accelerate further, then pushed off towards Sin. Man, I'm missing out now. Oh no. Then tried to stand up and jump back, but within another instant, Kanoe's shadow was over him. Sin was caught in a cloud of dust kicked up when he fell. Kanoe pressed his struggling body down and by pushing a knee against his chest and dug his claws into Sin's shoulder and bared his fangs. In his right hand, Kanoe brandished his sword yet again. A frightened look entered Sin's eyes. Kanoe stabbed his sword into the ground right beside Sin's face. Sin's eyes opened wide and his mouth opened and closed voicelessly several times. Kanoe brought his face close enough to feel the downy fur on his opponent's ears, stared into Sin's eyes.
Do you still want to fight? I get it. You beat me. Please let me go now. I admit defeat, so let me go.
That intense aggression in Sin's was gone now. His eyes were open, his pupils dilated wide.
As there. Okay.
Kanoe stood up and withdrew his sword from the ground. Then panicked and stood up, his tail between his legs, his ears low.
I'm sorry, I'm comparing these two to my cats, and I totally see this happening with them.
Kanoe began to walk away. He needed to hurry to get to the village entrance.
Whoa, wait, who... This?
That's... Yeah,
Is it Sin?
I think so.
Shit, that's what you get with orphans.
Kanoe had been walking, but now stopped in his tracks. Those words he heard lit a flame somewhere in his heart.
Sin?
Oh gosh!
You couldn't just leave well enough alone.
Why did this guy need to bring up trivial things like this?
That's not trivial. Okay.
Oh. Kanoe turned, pulled out his sword, and threw it. It was stuck in the earth near the fallen Sin's feet, and a miserable scream echoed.
Shut up! Quit talking! You're a nuisance, so get lost.
then curled his tail between his legs and fled when he heard Kanoe's strong tone.
This is totally my cat. This is totally my cat. Because she is such a jerk.
Oh my gosh.
She just beats people up for no reason. This is so my cat.
Well, with Kanoe, he didn't do it with no reason. He got attacked first.
But my cat is also an orphan. She was given up, and she was like in the back of the cage, like, don't touch me. So I can see similarities with my cats.
Once he saw that Shin's figure was leaving, for sure this time, Kanoe walked off with a brisk pace.
And Shin is the same as my cat, because my one cat will pick fights with her,
Oh.
and then just like walk away like, oh crap, I got the shit beaten out of me. And then he'll do something to like egg her back on, and she's just like, I gotta beat you up again, I just destroyed you!
Oh
like,
gosh.
And the third cat's just too old to do anything. She's just...
Okay. A rough breath escaped, filled with pent-up anger. Orphans, what a trivial thing. When other cats talked about it, it didn't matter. Still, when other cats pointed it out, Kanoe felt angry. He had respected his parents over anyone else. Kanoe had a memory from when he was young, when his mother told him.
And this is a great time to end the video as a cliffhanger!
Oh gosh.
Yeah, because we got too far into it. Okay, so this is Lamento. All we really know is Kanoe is an orphan. He loves his parents, but he hates the Shin guy, and...
all the cats in the village.
Yeah,
He
everybody. He hates everybody except for one guy. So, that'll be it for this video. Let's all go take a nap, try to decompress, figure out what all happened here, and see you guys in the next video.
Bye!